Today is Friday, May 26th, 2017. My name is Eric Striffler, and I am going to attempt to answer 10 of your questions in 10 of my minutes. However, before I get to that, I do have a quick announcement, if you will, about pretty much it. We've got going on right now sort of a commentary track extravaganza that you may or may not be aware of. Myself and intern Jacob, call him what you will, but his name is Jacob. We recorded 13 commentary tracks for all 13 episodes of 13 Reasons Why. We did it all in one sitting. And it gets loopy, but it also gets intense because if you've seen the show, you know why. And all of those are going up on patreon.com/prettymuchit every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday until we're all out. There's like 3 or 4 of them up right now. And the reason we did this is because there's a bit of a catch-22 going on. We are hoping to hit a goal of $2,000 pledged on Patreon to get back to weekly commentary tracks. We used to be at like 4,000 something or whatever, and so we really only need like 50 more people. 50 people, if you've been waiting for commentary tracks to return, like weekly ones, this is it. We figured we would step up because the catch-22 was that we're not making them, why would you jump on? But we're not going to start making them until people jump back on. So that's our goal. We decided to record a bunch for you guys so that it makes it like worth your while to hop back on the Patreon train. So we've stepped up, and we're hoping you'll step up to meet us. And yeah, thank you very much if you consider it. You can take a look again, patreon.com/prettymuchit. We got a lot of tracks going out right now. And then hopefully we'll get back to weekly tracks once these 13 Reasons Why tracks end. That being said, let's get into the questions. Let's start the clock.
At Jerry with a J on Twitter asks, if you could become a Disney Imagineer for a year, what would you do?
If I could become a Disney Imagineer for 1 year, well, I mean, here's the thing. I would love to. A year is nowhere near enough time to work on something from like soup to nuts. So you'd have to decide, would you want to be in the concept portion of it or the, the finishing touches portion of it? I would probably want to be somewhere further toward the finishing touches part of it because yeah, I would get to see more of the completed work, I guess. Maybe get to, because that's the fun stuff where you get to like work on lighting and whatnot. I feel like for the most part, you think of like a show or a movie. The director isn't there when they're like just starting to build the puppet. The director comes in when, they're starting to pick the fabrics of the clothing on the puppet and like the colors and stuff. I think I'd probably want to be involved in that. That said, I would love to be, being an Imagineer, it's never going to happen. I'm not actually pursuing it, but what a damn dream that would be. So good question.
At Riza Tap on Twitter asks, what's up with Pity Applause this summer?
What's up with Pity Applause this summer? I'll tell you what's up with Pity Applause this summer. Nothing. So here's the deal. Here's the long and short of it. Pity Applause, if you don't know, which you should know, hopefully, youtube.com/Pity Applause. Brand new episode up this week. One of the best, Kitty Applause. It's like a kid's show. It's like Blue's Clues and Dora the Explorer and all that kind of stuff. But we do live shows in New York City, and then those live shows go online. So they get cut down into like nice little episodes. That said, you're asking about the live shows in New York City, I'm sure, and we are not doing any right now. We're not currently in production. There's still episodes going up. There's 2 more going up after. So Kitty Applause went up, and then there's 2 more coming over the next month or 2, whatever. Followed by a documentary, actually, which should be really cool, of behind the scenes of creating an episode and like what it's like backstage for real, not within the story. And that's all we got going on right now. The lineup is, shifting and changing, and some people are leaving and some people are working on things. So we're not working on any shows right now, but there are still episodes coming. A couple more episodes coming. So yeah, don't have like a final thing on that, but as of right now, there's no Pity Applause in the works if you're trying to see it live. As it is currently, at least, I'm hoping to still perform, but it won't be the Pity Applause that you're used to seeing. It might just be a regular improv show, and it won't be anytime soon. So I'll keep you posted.
At Sean Hilton on Twitter asks, do you think Spider-Man Homecoming will be good? And what did you think of the poster?
Do I think Spider-Man Homecoming will be good, and what did I think of the poster? I think the poster's terrible, both of them. I don't care. You take your pick. We're obviously talking about the new one with like way too many people on it, and like the international one with less people, but still too many people. There's too much going on. The international one at least is a little better. How does honestly, I don't really know about the movie because I haven't really seen much of the trailer and stuff like that. I'm not positive. I will say that any little thing that I've seen, Spider-Man looks completely CG. I don't know if he is, but it doesn't look good. I don't really know. I hope the story will be good, but I'll tell you right now, one of the most important things to me is that Spider-Man doesn't just look like a video game, because why not just make a video game? You know, it's almost like this is a movie. It should look real, or be real, preferably. That said, you know, some of the most beautiful stuff I've seen of Spider-Man ever is in Amazing Spider-Man 2 when he's swinging around and he is CG, so it's not like it needs to be a real person. If anything, it looked better in 2 than in 1, Amazing Spider-Man, where it was mostly a real person. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why I'm not sure yet, but just know that I am planning a review for that one. And by the way, speaking of reviews, I haven't done a review in a while. The next one will likely be The Leftovers. I haven't really been inspired enough. I was going to do Baywatch or, which is terrible, by the way, or Fast and Furious 8. But I didn't end up getting inspired enough to do one. I think I'm just going to wait for The Leftovers and do a real good one. But Spider-Man will be among the reviews. Don't you worry.
At Dominic_Fell on Twitter asks, which movie has had the biggest payoff when it comes to avoiding trailers?
Which movie has had the biggest payoff when it comes to avoiding trailers? Origins. Easily. Like, that's one of the worst trailers I've ever seen. It spoils the whole movie. That's also Get Out, I guess, had a pretty spoilery trailer. It's been a couple of movies this year where it's almost like, you know, the movie's not good enough, and, like, at least, you know, like, I think of Kong Skull Island. Like, at least I didn't see any of it beforehand, you know, so it was all fresh because the movie wasn't even good, so it doesn't matter. Had I seen any of it in the trailer, it would have been even worse. Or I didn't think it was good, at least. Let me be clear. I would say Origins is one of the worst trailers I've ever seen. It spoils the entire movie down to, like, the ending. Unbelievable. Yeah. So maybe Get Out is this year's Origins trailer so far. We'll see. The year's not over yet. I always avoid trailers, and then, you know, I see after the movie, obviously. So we'll see.
At the ATZ Show on Twitter asks, OG Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network?
Nickelodeon. I didn't really watch Cartoon Network as much. Absolutely old school. And we're talking like 90s. I'm sure 90s Nickelodeon, 90s Cartoon Network. I was more of a Nickelodeon guy, and that's it. I didn't really watch a whole lot of Cartoon Network. Obviously some stuff, but it was mostly Nickelodeon. It's like maybe 90-10. Literally maybe 90-10.
At Greg Anthony on Twitter asks, where would you like to take me on our first date?
Wouldn't be our first date, Greg. I would take you back to where we went on our first date. How about that? Was it Walk to Walk? No, even that wasn't our first date. I'll take you to Walk to Walk.
At JoshJCP15 on Twitter asks, how should I go about funding a film I'm working on?
How should you go about funding a film you're working on? You know, it's funny you ask because I just saw a short film recently in a little short film screen, like local student film, short film, whatever you want to call it, screening series here in New York. And one of them, you know, it was like, okay, whatever. It was just a little short film. And then afterward, like in the credits, there were so many names in like the thank yous that it was very clearly Kickstarted or something. And I was like, why? What was the point of Kickstarting that? So right off the bat, I would say make sure that it's actually worth spending this money on. Like, really think about it. Really look inside yourself and decide if it's like, if this is the one. You really only get like 1, maybe 2 shots where people are going to actually fund your film. Make sure this is the one that you want to, you know, to do that with. Because it might not be. I'm just being honest. Assuming that you only get 1 chance where people are going to fund your film, make sure this is the one that they're going to do that for, and then that's it. That said, I always think Kickstarter is the option, the way to go, because it's the all or nothing model. People complain about that. I say it's proof of whether or not you should, not whether or not you should make it, but whether or not people wanted to fund it. Simple as that. If you don't get all the money, then there weren't enough people interested. Either you did a bad job promoting it, or it just wasn't an interesting enough project for people. And you know, that might be harsh, but I think that that's probably a better thing to deal with as you know, go into the real world.
Jay Darling on Reddit asks, what is your favorite Disney Channel original movie?
Oh, man, my favorite DCOM. Oh, there's so many. Tower of Terror is not a DCOM, is it? It was a made-for-TV movie, but I don't think it's a DCOM. You know, there was a DCOM where a guy made like a clone of himself, I think, and it really stuck with me. Don't remember the name of it, but that's a damn classic. I feel like I'm going to get so mad. I loved High School Musical back in the day, I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm going to get so mad, and there's going to be like one that I should be thinking of, and I'm just not. Yeah. I don't know. The one that sticks in my mind is the one with the clone. I don't know what that movie was or anything. I don't even remember the name of it, but I'm pretty sure there was a movie about a guy who cloned himself, and that's it.
At Zoe Says Stuff on Twitter asks, when was the last time your relatives dragged you to see a movie you thought you hate, but actually you ended up liking?
I'm the one that drags everyone to see the movies. Nobody drags me to see a movie. And the last time that I did that and flopped hard was Swiss Army Man. Nobody liked it. Nobody in my family. My sister was deeply offended, and my parents just looked at me like I had 6 heads. I paid for all of them just in case, so no one could complain. But yeah, the last time somebody made me watch a movie I didn't think I'd like, I'm down to watch any movie, I guess. Like, I don't go, I'm not like, ugh, I have to watch a movie ever. So, I don't know. I really can't possibly think of the last time that I went to a movie, didn't think I'd like it, and liked it. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. You stumped me on this one. Maybe that should be part of this, if you stump me, I have to jump off a bridge or something. I don't know. We'll talk.
Connor O'Donnell on Facebook asks, what do you think of Tom Hardy playing Venom?
Is there only one fucking actor working in Hollywood? Why is Tom Hardy, cast as everything? He's supposed to be in Suicide Squad. He was Bane. Like, I don't understand. But he's a great actor, don't get me wrong. I got no problem with the casting more. I mean, I do only in that regard, but otherwise, he's a great actor. More so, my problem is just, like, Spider-Man's not going to be in this movie, and they're also making, it's called Silver and Black with Silver Sable and Black Cat. Without Spider-Man, what's the point? I've been dying to see a Black Cat Spider-Man team-up thing, whatever. I don't know. I really don't know why I know why they're doing it, like, business-wise, but, yeah. It's going to be very strange. My problem is less with Tom Hardy and more with just the movie existing at all.
All right, real quick, 10 seconds left. Daniel Steven on Reddit asks, what are your thoughts on the death penalty?
Oh, how much time do I have?
None. Time is up.
Oh, shoot. Wait, did I answer all 10 questions, though, technically?
There was the death penalty one, and you didn't answer that one.
Oh, no. Does that mean I have to revisit it at the top of the next one?
Yep.
All right, I'll do research, and I'll see you there. Well, folks, another 10Q10M has come and gone. 10 questions in 10 minutes. Thank you very much, as always, to those of you that asked questions. I hope you enjoyed my answers. And I want to say a big thank you to a lot of people have joined up on Patreon recently because of these 13 Reasons Why commentary tracks. Again, I think it was a matter of a catch-22 of why would you rejoin for commentary tracks if we're waiting to make them at a goal that we might not hit and you might be waiting, which is why we, banged out a ton of commentary tracks for you guys to really give you a lot of bang for your buck. And so I appreciate that a lot of you have done that, and I really hope more of you will consider it. Again, I think maybe like 50 people, and we are back to weekly tracks. If it sounds like I'm begging, I am, because I really want to get back to weekly commentary tracks, but I also really want to make sure that, we can try to get a little bit more going on Patreon to try to work our way back toward what we had, which, of course, I understand is, down because we stopped doing regular things. Trying to get regular things going again. Let's make it happen, baby. Thank you so much if you even consider it, if you even look into patreon.com/prettymuchit. And also, I mentioned it in the middle of the questions, but Pity Applause. We have a brand new episode up. It's really great. If you haven't seen any of them, I get a dildo shoved up my butt in the episode, and it's improv, by the way, so, keep your expectations low. Also, I play a pervert named Fappy. You can imagine. Or you don't have to imagine. You can see it. YouTube.com/pityapplause. Thank you very much if you check it out. And leave a comment, please. I work so long on these things, and I really just want to read your comments. So leave a comment if you liked it, or if you didn't like it, with whatever you want to say. If you'd like to watch any more of my videos, you can click right over there. Or if you'd like to subscribe and make sure you never miss a video, you can click right down here. It's all happening, baby. It's all happening around me. Also, clicking the like button or the thumbs up button, whatever, ain't gonna hurt you. Thank you very much for watching. That's pretty much it.